The opinions, beliefs, and viewpoints expressed on today's radio show and their guests do not necessarily reflect the opinions, beliefs, and viewpoints of Easy Way Broadcasting.
Welcome to Radio Boomers Live, the show about all things human from a baby boomer's perspective. All things hot and all things not. News, reviews, interviews, chat, tech, and what's next. And here are your hosts, Reatha Gray from Betty White's Off Their Rockers, and Easy's dad, Jim Zuley.
Good morning, Radio Boomers Live listeners. Good morning. Saturday, Sunday, Monday, poof, and here we are Monday. Comes so fast. And Reatha is doing her thing this morning. Reatha's out filming and shooting, busy as usual. I was going to ask her, we try to stump Reatha all the time. I was going to try to give her one this morning. If you walked into a room and you only had one match, which would you light first? A kerosene lamp, a wood-burning stove, or a candle? That was going to be my trick thing for Reatha. So we'll see. Somebody text in and see what kind of answers you get. Exciting, becoming so many listeners, and what's exciting is the listeners are becoming part of the Easy Way Network, and they're interacting. And what do we got here? Bill Clinton's birthday today. He's 72. We got one of the Wright brothers, Orville Wright. Well, there's a lot. John Stamos, 55. Matthew Perry's 49. And I'll tell you, there's millions of others, but we're going to have to move along here time-wise. So I think what we're going to do is go into our hot topic time. And our hot topic will be, well, you know what? I'm going to go right into the news, okay? Let's start out with a little good news for the home buyers. Interest rates not only remain at a historic low, but they're even dropping further. 40 years ago,
ripped from the headlines, today's hot topic.
There we go. Okay, like I was saying, good news for home buyers. So we have, it was at 40 years ago, I had a 9% loan at a 30-year, and I thought that was good. Today, you're looking at 4%, and that's not bad. And a 15% is 3.5, and I recommend if you young people, if you can get or anybody, a 15-year note, that's going to save you 15 years of interest, could be $150,000, plus your interest rate is lower, 3.5%. So, just food for thought. Trump downplays talks of a recession and concerns of global economic slowdown. Okay, so let's just touch base a little bit on the warning signs, what to look for. It's kind of an important sign that may lead to a recession, and it's called an inverted yield curve. This is when yields on a 10-year Treasury bond dip below 2-year Treasury yields. It's a highly technical but accurate warning sign of the past recessions. But now, is that okay? Let me go over it one more time. It's really not that difficult. Okay, so an inverted yield curve. All right, when the yields on a 10-year Treasury bond, okay, you're getting yields on that. Now, if that dips below, now that should be a better rate, but if it dips below a 2-year Treasury bond, that's one of the signs. So if you follow this kind of stuff, now, the difference is it may be a good gauge to go by, but what's going on now may not be in effect that much and may not be leading towards what you'd think be a recession because the economy is so strong. I mean, top economic advisors are saying they have blowout retail sales, very strong economy, not to mention the interest rates are so low overall, and things are basically looking good. And people are buying and rates are low. I mean, that's good. 2 Russian nuclear monitoring stations designed to detect radiation when silent in the days following an explosion of what many say is a nuclear-powered missile. earlier this month during a test in a remote base, and they're kind of trying to keep that quiet. Big changes could be coming in the NFL as the league, players, and owners are discussing cutting the preseason to just 3 games and expanding the number of teams in the playoff from 12 to 14, according to the NFL.com. That's kind of big news for the NFL. President Trump confirms he is considering buying Greenland, saying a bid would essentially be a real estate deal. He should think about the 15-year fix I was talking about. But, you know, the thing is, he's not the first president that offered this. Who was it? Harry Truman, after World War II, offered Denmark, who has Greenland, $100 million. Well, the thing is, it's really not for sale, but I guess if the price was high enough. Good news for the job market. Today, the reports show the U.S. economy continues to create jobs at a stronger pace, unemployment at a 50-year low at 3.7%. And the glacier heat wave hitting Greenland, causing severe melting in July alone, 160 billion tons, 64 million Olympic swimming pools has melted. If Greenland's ice were to, this could cause, you know, this is like a lot of melting here. It could cause a 7-meter rise in ocean levels. Records are set if the heat rise is just a percentage of a degree. Lowly, that's, you know, just, can you believe that? I mean, that's a lot of stuff. That's a lot of ice melting. It's a big concern for the climatologists because just a percentage of a degree is a big deal. And there's been 2, 3, and 4% degree rises in temperature, which they say is unprecedented. Record temperatures has led to rapid melting in Alaska, Canada, Greenland, along with the Arctic. In recent decades, sea ice in the Arctic Ocean has been melting faster than it freezes. Melting permafrost in the Arctic could have could be a $70 trillion bill for the world's economy if the melting continues. There's been a surge in the number of Americans that have opened credit cards. 40% of U.S. households have credit card debt with an average of $16,000. A woman uses a 34-year-old free pass to enter Disneyland. How about that? So anyway, with that, we're going to move along to a commercial here. I've had my Boomer Boost, and I'm rock and rolling, so it's commercial time.
Boomers Forever Young is really making a name for themselves as an exciting nutritional company with products that really work. People from all over the country are starting to take notice. Their whole-person approach to health and wellness, combined with their unique array of powerful natural health products, are setting them apart from all the other companies in the nutrition industry. Their customers love the one-on-one free consultations and the results they experience. Sound a little too good to be true? Then go online to boomerboost.com today and sign up for a free consultation with a product specialist, or just give us a call at 1-800-861-4609. Again, that's boomerboost.com, or call 1-800-861-4609 to join the thousands already experiencing the benefits of Boomers Forever Young products.
Looking to grow and align your brand with celebrities and other established brands? Your brand is all about your entire customer experience. Everything from your logo, your website, your social media experiences, the way you answer the phone, to the way your customers experience your staff. So why not let us help you get your branding right from the start? At Easy Way Promotions, we are a new class of professionals providing first-class online branding, promotion, social media, website development, editing, graphic design, public relations, media, SEO, and online advertising to give your business the competitive edge to stand out. Our highly experienced experts will not only help you increase your online presence, but also provide you with a proven online strategy to help you increase the value of your company and make acquiring new customers easier. So what are you waiting for? Contact us today and let us help you grow your business exponentially.
For more information, contact 424-209-9290 or visit easywaypromotions.com. That's letter E, letter Z. We also encourage you to like our Facebook page at Easy Way Promotions.
Yes, indeed. And We have a very special guest coming on. We've had him on before. I had to get him back. You've heard the term covering all the bases. Well, our guest does just that. Christoff J. Weihman, he covers the bases. And when it comes to customer service and a positive customer experience, he knows his business and is an expert at his craft. And I'll tell you, he is a two-time best-selling author, keynote speaker, trainer, and consultant. He has spoken in front of and trained thousands of business professionals all over the country, inspiring and empowering them to elevate their customer service experience. Christoff lives in Las Vegas with his wife, Michelle, and their 4 puppies. Christoff, you on with us?
Yes, I am. Good morning, James. How are you?
Oh, listen, I'll tell you, I was excited to get you back on because people have absolutely no idea the importance of, but listen, before we go anywhere, there's a question that I and probably a lot of people have. Can you name your 4 puppies?
I hope so. We've got Lily, who is a half Shih Tzu Havanese. My wife calls her, pardon me, I can't say it. I have a something. Won't say it on the air. We've got Lily, Carly, who are half sisters. They have the same puppy daddy. And then we've got Bruno, who's our 4-pound Chihuahua, full grown. And our latest one, which is what my wife calls a failed foster, meaning we were supposed to just foster, but we ended up adopting Yeti Boy. So That's our little furry family.
Okay. I told you that this man covers all the bases, and I thought I might get him, and nope. Well, listen, a lot of people don't realize the importance of what you do and the impact it has on literally, check this out, and this is a fact. What Christoff does literally has an impact on the entire economy big time. And how big is the impact? Well, how about this? For starters, a study shows that a potential client entering a business for the first time, and this is where Christoff comes into play, will spend an average of 60% more into this business if they enjoy and accept and are comfortable with their first impression and experience, which is customer service. This is the real deal. So what you're doing, I don't know if even you well, I suppose you do, yeah, but this is big stuff here. And,
it is.
60% more from, so what was it that kind of led you to this program? I mean, you could have been an engineer, a doctor, and you got into this, and you're just making a difference on the impact on what you present to business people and business owners. What got you here?
Thanks, James. I really appreciate the opportunity. I actually started out after junior college. I went overseas and I worked with a volunteer mission organization, with a non-denominational Christian organization. So my service experience started out in that type of service, actually serving in capacity in ministry, feeding the urban poor in the slums of Manila, Philippines, and then going up in the mountains and teaching literacy to the non-literate tribal adults, teaching them not to read and write English, but to read and write their own language. And so I thought I was going to spend my entire life there, but, life happens and things change. And when I came back to the United States, I didn't really know where I wanted to go. I had experience in broadcasting and in communication, journalism, and eventually from a number of years of working in hotels and restaurants with people like Wolfgang Puck and the Hyatt Corporation and Hilton Corporation and Darden Restaurants, I really found my calling of really having a passion for service excellence. So it's a different type of service, but what you just mentioned is absolutely true. The first experience, the first exposure that we have with a company or an organization or a nonprofit is really going to set the tone and determine, what we feel about them, and if we're going to continue and make this a ongoing relationship, or if it's a one-time experience. And here's something that I've been talking about a lot recently, is that the customer experience or the customer service is really a direct reflection of the employee experience. how a business owner or a leader of an organization, how they treat their team members is going to be reflected in how they treat your customers. And so if you walk into a hotel where nobody's smiling, nobody's engaging the guests, that's because they're probably not feeling welcomed, appreciated, or valued by the higher-ups in the organization. So customer engagement, so important. Employee engagement, even more important.
And Christoff, you said what I think is one of the magic words. And I developed a little saying myself: you can rule the world with a smile. True enough.
I love it. Absolutely. Huh? Of course.
Yeah.
And it doesn't cost more money, right? It's like, our training initiative. Listen, the things that are going to capture the attention of your customers are simple things. It's like you said, it's a smile, it's a handshake. It's actually being present with the customer, whatever industry that is, and making that customer, that guest, that person feel like they're the only customer and the number one person at that moment receiving your time and attention, right?
Exactly. I jotted this down. 5 reasons good customer service is important. Businesses know that providing positive experiences for buyers can dramatically impact their growth. This approach helps businesses engage customers and build strong relationships and retains customers. Keeping loyal customers is less expensive than getting new ones. Do you agree with any of that?
1,000%. Absolutely. Listen, we all want to grow our businesses. We all want to grow our followings, whether it's on social media or whatever it is, online, offline, we all want to grow. But we have to give time and attention. And, we hear this term all the time. You're a valued customer. But do you, as a customer, really feel valued? Or do you see that the organization or the company is spending all their money going after new clientele? And I won't name the company, but there is an organization quite well known here in Las Vegas that recently laid off a lot of people. And I know there's all kinds of inner workings and strategies, and I'm not privy to that. But what they announced in the news as a explanation or justification for the layoffs is that they had to find X millions of dollars of revenue to save, or to save, and then after the layoffs, their intention is to reinvest in another location. So they're firing all these people, not taking care of their current people, and then saying, let's go after a new market, which to me I think is a little bit frustrating and disappointing. And absolutely, or care for your customers. Customers just want to feel like they're important to you and they're not just a transaction or a file or a number. They want to be treated as people, right? No matter what we're buying.
Got it. Oh, totally. That is so important. See, that's why, you're one of the keys to you're like the first, on the line of defense, or however you want to put it, because without that, it, like you say, walking into a place and not seeing that smile or seeing an attitude, and it's like with Eric, Eric, and
I know Eric very, very well. Eric understands about the customer.
Oh yeah, and he takes the people he works with to heart. Believe me, he takes them to heart, and they're not just people he works with. They are family, and. A lot of them, if we could get together more like you, we would love to do that. But, everybody lives in different states. But I'm telling you, Christoff, we are going to have an Easy Way day and get you guys down here, and we're going to just relax, go to Catalina, maybe turn off the cell phones for 5 minutes. I don't know. But listen, all right, let me hit you with
you got a break? Okay, go ahead.
5 crucial characteristics for people in customer service. Now this is your thing here. Like I'm preaching to the choir, I know, but knowledge of product, empathy, putting yourself in a position of the other person, patience and flexibility, customer flexibility, and language skills. What do you think? Is that kind of in order?
In order, I don't know if it's necessarily in order. I think they're all very, very important. And you hit on another one of my favorites, which is empathy. Empathy is such a crucial component in being able to connect with our customers, with our clientele.
I knew you were going to pick that one out. I knew it because I said Christoff will pick that out because that's the way he is. His heart's in the right place. That's one of the things that's why you stand out, because you're not just doing your business. Your heart's in your business, That's what,
it is for sure. And to be able to communicate that and to maybe ignite a passion and inspire others to see it as more than just being transactional or just going through the motions. And if I could take 2 seconds about empathy. I have I love to read. Many of us love to read. There's a book called Aspire. Actually, the name of my company is Aspire Enterprises. I probably was influenced. A book called Aspire by Kevin Hall. And he talks about the word empathy. So it comes from two parts. Pathy, P-A-T-H-Y, means it springs from the soil. So literally it comes from the word path. And then M is like from within. So empathy is walking on the path of another. If you don't get on another's path, if you don't go where he or she has gone, you can't truly understand what that person is experiencing. So I took that and I coined a little phrase. People say it's about walking in somebody else's shoes, and I add this. So empathy is walking in another person's shoes even when they don't fit.
Yeah, see? I saw that was one of your traits, and when I listed those, I had my finger on that one. I go, that's Christoff, and sure enough, the first thing you did. See, and that's so important because I was a communications, one of my majors at Cal State Fullerton, and I remember in argumentation and debate. Okay, if you jump out of yourself and go into the other person and see their side, instead of it being a closed argument, you shut the doors and you're just rambling off, but you interact and you say, well, what is his point? And so on and so forth, and that makes a big difference because then you can get to the bottom of things and rationalize things out a little bit.
And that even goes into, people think that customer service and sales are separate, and I know every company has a sales department and a service department, but really they are intertwined. And what you just said about stepping outside of yourself and coming along to that other person's perspective and point of view, that goes into sales, that goes into negotiation. Negotiation, we use this term win-win-win, but a lot of times when you see people negotiating, they're not really looking at it as a win for everybody. They're looking at it as how can I win and they get something else too. But you see the picture, instead of the two people being one side of another, it's coming beside that same person and then saying, hey, what if we walk over here to this side together, right?
Exactly. Well, listen, Christoff, I just wanted to throw this out a little bit. Congratulations on your nomination. The mega event coming up August 30th, the Gold Carpet Gala, the Easy Way. This is exciting. Congratulations.
Thank you. I've actually been nominated for 2 awards. Thank you to Eric and his team for Master Connector and Rising Star. And I'll have to tell you, the Easy Way team has just pulled out all stops. This is an amazing event. It is sold out. It's going to be on August 30th, as you mentioned, at a private country club in Orange County. But anybody that's listening can watch it live on easyway.tv, which is going to be amazing. And, Eric's already talking. This is the first annual. This is not a one-time event. This is just the start. And, it's like a mini Oscars for entrepreneurs and people who are doing amazing things in both the entrepreneurial world as well as nonprofits. And so shout out to Eric. And also for the Children's Hospital of Orange County that's going to be a beneficiary.
Exactly. the Chuck Children's Foundation, and everybody's excited. And Rock Your Gift, and
yes.
Wow, there's so much going on. This is going to be exciting, and you do have the bases covered. And I'm looking forward to you coming out. Now, how about somebody wants to contact you? What would they do?
They would go to something very, very simple. My first name is Christoff, Christoff, like Frank. So it's Christoff360.com. Christoff360.com. You don't have to spell out my last name or how to pronounce it or anything. It's Christoff360.com. And there you will find my website, my customer reviews, all my contact information, a portal to all of my social media. Anything that you want to look up about me, you will find it at Christoff360.com. And thank you for the opportunity.
Well, thank you for doing the shout out for the event coming up. You do cover all the bases, and I'll tell you, this is the gentleman to communicate with if you want to get things started right. And I'll tell you, it makes a difference. And we already went over the statistics. It makes a big difference. But Christoff, thank you for coming on. Time's moving on, and this has been the second time, and we're looking for a third having you back, and looking forward to seeing you August 30th.
For sure, and I'll be there with my wife. And James, just want to appreciate you, and you are, you're pushing through. We are praying for your continued strength and health, and you're doing the show, and you're giving your all. To me, that's 5-star customer service. You do everything you got to do every single Monday to entertain, educate, and inspire the audience out here. So God bless you.
Oh, I appreciate that, Christoff. Thank you much. And like I say, looking forward to seeing you guys. And time to move along for the commercial, guys. And then we're going to be coming up to Carmelita's Corner. So long, Christoff.
Thank you, sir.
All righty. And we have a commercial, and then Carmelita's Corner.
Are you tired of doing business the hard way? Is building your business taking too much time and energy? We can help. Introducing your ultimate solution, EasyWay Business Membership. We're a full-service digital marketing solution specializing in branding and marketing, advertising, and introductions to CEOs and influencers that can help your business thrive. Problem solved. Now you can hire our award-winning team to work for your business. We've received many prestigious awards, including the Digital Trailblazer Award by Hollywood Weekly magazine, and we've been recognized by Congress. For just $11 a day, you'll get more exposure, reach more clients by next month, guaranteed. Here's how it works. You pay one low annual fee of $4,000, and you'll receive consulting, branding, marketing, advertising, social media support, product placement, and business introductions to help your business grow exponentially. And if you need more, we offer SEO, commercial, TV exposure, and much more for an additional rate. To recap, for just $11 a day annual membership fee, you'll receive branding, consulting, business-to-business introductions, advertising, and social media support. But don't take our word for it. Here's what our customers say.
We've been working with EasyWay Eric for the last 6 months, and literally we are slammed with work for 2 months straight, so his marketing definitely works.
To learn more, visit EasyWayNetwork.com or contact us at 877-399-2929. And don't forget to follow us on social media. On Facebook at EasyWay Network, Twitter at EasyWay Broadcast, and YouTube at EasyWay TV.
Yes, indeed. And I'll tell you what, BoomerBoost.com. I'm saying that over and over. That's the latest thing.
You are about to experience Carmelita's Corner. Carmelita's song Rosebud made it to the top 40s with the godfather of soul, James Brown. She's the founder of the Rose Breast Cancer Society. Now here's your host, Carmelita Pittman.
Well, that theme is becoming familiar for those of you who have been following our show. Anyway, I'm so happy to be here again. Once again on a Monday morning. We come on every Monday to you by way of the Radio Boomers live show. And here is your host, Carmelita Pittman. And I have somebody who is very, very special. She is the founder and the national director a Woman of Achievement pageant. And she has it every year on the Queen Mary. And I'm welcoming today Marlena Martin. Good morning, Marlena.
Good morning. Can you hear me?
Absolutely.
Great. I've got a great headset on.
Okay, that helps.
It does.
Well, I'm so happy that you were able to make it today, and we've got a lot to talk about. And number one, I would like to ask you how you got started. I know how you got started, but I know how I would like the rest of the people to know. With your Woman of Achievement.
Well, actually, I did a lot of coaching for the Miss America program, and then I saw them cut out ladies from competing at the age of 24. And I would see women that were really coming into their own, getting advanced degrees, and they said it was a scholarship program. It was the largest scholarship program, and I thought, well, women go to school after 24, they get advanced degrees, they get married. Why do we not recognize women achieving after 24? You don't suddenly fall off the deep ocean at 24. So I got that idea to really recognize women of all ages, and it just took off. It just really took off. And actually, Woman of Achievement really initially was going to be a kind of a weekend workshop format for women to come in and get styling advice, social media advice, take different electives, and kind of have a women's workshop weekend. And not to say we will never do that, but because of my background with Miss America, I turned it into a great leadership weekend, networking weekend, and of course a wonderful pageant that is based more on achievement than really the outside, how you look.
Yeah, well,
That's in a nutshell.
You know what? You really are on to something, Marlena. And like the Pink Lady says, and she brags about being in her 80s. I get a kick out of her because when I went to see her being awarded by the Hollywood Chamber of Commerce, she went up to the podium, and I think she was 85 at the time. She says, well, I'm getting ready to be 86. And, I mean, she's pushing the envelope. I mean, with her, age is only a number. And I've been privileged to be a cast member in 2 of her musicals, and I am in total agreement with that. And I thank you, Marlena, you and people like the Pink Lady who think that way, because unfortunately in Hollywood, they want to put folks out to pasture after they reach a certain age, and I don't think that's fair. So we have to combat ageism along with all the other isms, and you're doing a great thing to do that.
Well, I think you're right, and we've had this conversation before, and I think that's why a lot of the actresses, I think they went after IMDb so that they couldn't list their age. That was killing them in the market, because a lot of actresses look fantastic. And, you know, I worked with Mary Kay for a long time, and if you're in the beauty business, the great saying is, how old you are is your business. How old you look is mine.
You know, I had a friend, Bonnie Hilton Sweeney, and she was the founder of the Pre-Grammy Gala. And I went into her kitchen and I saw one of those magnets on her refrigerator, and it said, "A woman who will tell her age will tell anything." And you know, right. I suppose that's true. You know, and actually, I was very proud at one time of telling my age, and I don't know why. Oh my goodness, the smoke detector just went off. Oh my gosh, you know what? I think I better go outside because we don't want the smoke detector stealing our thunder here. but I did want to say that I've sort of lost my train of thought since the smoke detector went off.
Well, while you're going outside, can I make a little comment?
Huh?
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, I've come out. I've gone outside and into the patio gazebo area where it's peaceful and quiet.
Great.
So, yeah, we can pick it off. Oh, I know. I was going to tell everybody about Dr. Mario Martinez from Uruguay, and he has a very scientific reason. Quiet. At one time, I used to broadcast it, stage even, and announce. And my husband says, "Why do you share that information?" Because you don't look your age. And I thought about it afterwards, and then I thought about what Dr. Mario Martinez was saying. He has a program. It's the neuro science that he has come up with, and he was saying you have to be careful about that because people will treat you a certain way when they think of you as being a senior or whatever it is. They'll treat you that way, and then your body will pick up that signal, and it will say, "Oh, I'm supposed to act a certain way at a certain age." And you see some people retiring and getting into their rocking chairs when they don't need to, and it's all up in their heads. It's in their minds because of the meme that's put out there in our society.
You know, I've heard him speak on public radio, and he's just brilliant because, I don't expect to get old, and I think you get what you expect in life. And I think even when I go to my high school reunion, people think I'm someone's daughter. I mean, if you don't expect to get old and you really treat your body and your life like you're evolving, but you're not getting older, I think it's a great philosophy. And just if you eat, and we can get into all of that because you've had Dr. Cheryl Lynn on there, but on your program. But if you treat your body really, if you're very health conscious and you just have a great active lifestyle, and you don't buy into all that, and you just keep living, you're going to be on the planet a lot longer. That's for sure.
Oh, definitely. I'm a witness to that, looking at the Pink Lady, and also, feeling the benefits of having a certain mindset. People sometimes are puzzled or amazed, when they realize that you're actually more mature, let's put it that way, than they thought you were.
That's right.
So, the state of mind is very, very important, and our thoughts are so important because they do have an effect on our physical appearance, the way we think. And my mother told me years ago, she said, thoughts are things. And I learned that at a very young age.
We can get into all the self-talk because, boy, if you don't catch a self-talk, it can shut you down in so many ways. In success, in your career choice, in your dreams. So that's a whole nother topic. But I'm so glad to be on here because, like the previous caller, both of us are being awarded on the August 30th event, the Gold Carpet event that's sold out. And, of course, you'll be at my International Woman of Achievement on September 8th on the Queen Mary. So I was so happy to hear the previous show because we're both being honored at that same event coming up. So it's exciting.
Yes, and the previous guest is also a nominee, and we're all excited because this is a first. Eric, he's our rocket, our shooting star, and he is really on a mission here, and I can see it becoming an annual event. And he says that he wants it to attain the status of the Oscars. And he's already come up with a trophy of two hands that are joining for what he calls the digital handshake. And that's very unique. And that's basically what you and I are doing, Marlena. I mean, you're bringing ladies together from all over the world. And we do become associates and participate in each other's lives. And I want to thank Christy Passoff when she nominated me to be in the pageant, and I, as you know, I could have been knocked over with a feather when I actually won the title of Miss Elegance USA International Woman of Achievement. And, you know, it does really make a difference in your life. Not that we all have to have awards or titles or anything like that, but it does elevate our self-esteem. And when we have a positive outlook of how we are presented to the world, it does lift us up.
You know, when I love what you just said about when you won, and it was so great because every woman gets a table at International Women of Achievement to talk about a topic that means a lot to them, either their nonprofit or whatever. And a lot of times when I talk to women that get nominated and I'm trying to tell them to do this, I'm just hoping in my heart, say yes, because I know the development they will get over those 3 days from the speakers we bring in, from getting to talk about something that means a lot in her heart and getting to put that on that table. I love seeing them blossom. I love seeing them talk about their passion, their volunteer effort, their nonprofit. And I love seeing them get awards because sometimes they get they don't win the crown, but they win a cash award for their nonprofit, or they get a recognition. But I'm always hoping they say yes to the development, yes to this, because I've seen women really change in 3 days of just being in that space with all those other women.
Well, I do definitely see the benefit of that, Marlena, and you're doing a super job. And I'm glad that you've been nominated to receive an award. And like I've been told, you know, it's not all about the awards. Being nominated itself is an award in itself, and it's just really a great thing. And I'm looking forward to this being a new annual event. And I've been watching Easy Way Network grow from a baby and to maturity, and it's just going on and on and on, like the Energizer Bunny.
Oh, I'm really proud of Eric, and I bet this will be it's already sold out. It will be an event that will be happening every year. I mean, look at the people he's got. I'm honored to be nominated. I don't even care if I win. I'm glad to be there, and it's already sold out. I can't even invite any more family or friends because it's sold out.
Isn't it
and
amazing?
The venue
I mean,
is incredible. That venue
yeah, I mean,
is
the
incredible.
event is not until August 30th, and it was sold out about a week or two ago. It's amazing.
When he made the announcement, I said, great, I can't invite anybody else. That's it. Okay.
Well, anyway, you and I will be seated together, Marlena, so I'm looking forward to being in your company as well. And so thanks for coming on the show and being a great guest, as always, and I look forward to seeing you there.
Okay, thank you, Carmelita. Thanks for having me, and have a great day.
You too.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Yes, indeed, Carmelita's Corner. Well, Carmelita mentioned actors are being put out to pasture at a certain age. Well, I'll tell you, Carmelita herself, Betty White, and Reatha Grey must all need hearing aids because I don't see them going out to pasture. They're as busy as ever, if not more busy now than they were years ago. So I'll tell you what, guys, this is all exciting. There's excitement in the air, and Christoff had amazing the stuff that he brings to light. It's going to change lives in the business world, and Eric takes that to heart because what he created is a family, and there's so much going on, and I'm just trying to keep up. So with that, we have a guest coming up, and I think this is going to be very interesting because without somebody like this, her name is Danielle Cook, we're not going to be going to the events. We're going to be sitting home in aches and pains and all kinds of stuff. And Danielle is a serious health practitioner. She's given her time and advice to everyone she comes in contact with, an advocate of awareness on where you are with your overall health and wellness, a firm believer that you can be healthy and live a fuller, more active life in retirement or at any age. Danielle, are you on with us?
Yes. Can you hear me?
Ah, that's her. I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes. Thank you to Carmelita and all the ones the speakers. That is such a good information. I appreciate very much.
This is all exciting. There's so much stuff going on. My head is spinning.
Yeah.
I don't know about you, because you have been in contact with Eric and Easy Way too. What an experience, right?
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I call him my brother because he really pours out and feels the need of people and enriches with his whole, passion. He really loves people. He's a great person. And you too, Jim. You're fantastic. Yeah, love you guys.
Keeping up with you guys. It's all exciting. And
I met you guys this a couple months ago, and just I feel like, God just put it in my way, both of you, and the Carmelita, those are people that are also with the same goal of helping others, sharing all this good info. It's so amazing.
Carmelita is another one with the help. She just loves helping people. She's amazing. I went to they wanted Eric to do a radio station with it was in Los Angeles, and we got there, and Carmelita was going to come in, and she was going to be on the station too, but she just doesn't show up like everyone else, like us. We show up and we're ready to do a show. She brings carts and she brings treats for everybody and drinks, and she doesn't have to do that. That's the way she is.
Tell her to give me some.
So, Danielle, tell us, you're really into health and helping people and everything. What got you on that path? I mean, I'm always intrigued about you. Could have went in so many directions, but you really love helping people in the health department. And what brought you to that field?
Well, I figured out, and I'm taking it very serious, and I'm still learning and open-minded because every day we're learning, is health. It's all about nutrition. So I am just passionate for myself, my family, and the people, that in order to be our best, we must be our best, and that is to nutrition, the food we eat, and that we can control because the environment is harder to control, but the eating we can make. It's on our choice. A lot, some are not, but a lot it is. And so when we eat all the good foods, we're also going to look younger, stronger, happier. It gives all these good positive things that we all want. And so that's what it drives me with a passion to give the message to many. And a lot of us, we already know. But little by little, we are, the more we hear it, the more we open-minded, we go to that direction. So I found this ingredient called stabilizing rice. That this person, the company named Reatha, and it's in Dallas, Texas. And this they got a bunch of scientists and doctors, and it was also clinical study and the UK in UK, yes, by Bernie Landon, scientist guy, and he did a study about and this stabilizing rice. This company is so far they say that the only one that came out with
Danielle,
to put it in.
Danielle, are you a scientist too? Are you a scientist?
I want to, but I'm not. I mean, no, I don't have that degree, but I just this Bernie scientist guy, he did a studies of the stabilizing rice, putting it with this called Zeal, ZEAL, and it got like it helps with lower sugars or lower blood pressures. But see, this is so related to food, right? But this stabilizing rice is the shell, the outside of the skin of the rice.
Well, I asked that question because it seems like you're a scientist because you know so much in depth about all this stuff. And if people don't start, if they don't start paying attention to this stuff, it catches up to you. And I'll tell you, one of the ages it seems to happen is at 70. but it doesn't mean you have to wait till that age, because I found out you can't keep going around putting sugar in you and eating cookies. And I'll tell you what, I'm the last person to say that, because I love cookies. Because I used to think you are what you eat, and I'd rather be a cookie than a cabbage. But it doesn't work that way. I guess you got to be a cabbage. But, Denise, another thing. Right. Well, another thing, and they were very important in Carmelita's show. I really am a believer in this. As you think, so will it be. The way in which you think determines the outcome. Thought is very important, and diet is real important. But you got to put it all together. But Denise, Danielle, another thing I want to bring up is you've heard of the influence effect, Eric's book, and I hear you're on the back cover of that. How about that? Congratulations.
Woo! I am excited.
You're excited, and you know what? I got something else that's excited.
What is it?
We have Denise with iLaunch, I believe, might be on with us. I tried to get. She's very busy lady, very, very busy. Yes. But let's see if our engineer can bring her on. Denise, you on with us?
Hi, Jim. How are you?
My friend Denise.
Hi, Danielle. Hi.
Hi.
Denise is with the Easy Way Network TV, and thank you for Denise to coming on with us. This is Danielle Cook. I believe you know each other.
Yes, I know Danielle. Yes, through Eric.
And
what exciting news that we're having about this book. You know, we have so many fantastic people in it, such as Dr. Dante Sears, Frank Shankowitz, Brian Smith, and of course, yours truly, Mr. Jim Zuley, right there. And Reatha Gray and Carmelita Pittman is going to be in there as well. And, as Marlena and Carmelita was saying, at the present time, we're at capacity inside the ballroom for the event. But, people are welcome to come walk the gold carpet in support of Chalk and the Easy Way Cares Foundation. If you can't be there, there is a live link that you can go to that we will be posting, that will be posted on there for August 30th, that for a small donation you can watch live into Chalk Hospital. And it all supports the children there of Orange County, where we get to have a wonderful time in support of these suffering children and hopefully bring a little joy into their lives.
Exactly. And, Denise, that's one of the things that concerned me was, when I went through my diagnosis and I'm thinking, I'm with these veterans that were in Vietnam and so on and so forth. And here I'm thinking of these kids that are going through this. And that's why I wanted to do a little situation where we start working with them, or I start bringing people in, and, we're putting something together where we can visit. You have to be careful of that. And, because they're sensitive, like I was when the doctor had told me, one time he said, "How you feeling?" I said, "Fine." "Why?" And he goes, "Well, your test came back and you basically have no blood pressure and you have white blood cell count of 1. And I said, "Well, that's all I need, because that one white blood cell has a big S on its chest and it's ready to rock and roll. You just keep being positive no matter what the deal." And but I'll tell you, it's like you said, it's all getting exciting, and the event coming up, and you're with the Easy Way TV situation. It's growing like wildfire. I mean, it's just amazing, and how it got sold out so fast. And Denise, it's funny, and Danielle, you guys know, there was a lot of people who were interested, but they kind of waited, and all of a sudden the page turned, and poof, everything's not only
there is
sold
no
out.
Standing room, Jim. We have absolutely no standing room. They had to bring in extra tables, and it's just absolutely sold out. A month before the event, it was sold out. Yeah. And, Eric is just absolutely phenomenal in his cause and how he brings people together. And just the event itself, that red carpet, has, so many video cameras and photographers and magazines. I mean, just to name a few.
and one more, Denise. What about the the posters that Dante put together. We got you're going down the freeway, and I see a big lit up poster off the 91 and the New York Times Square. Can you believe that? Like, you got to be kidding me! Times Square,
New York. That's right. Yep, in New York. So that we're going to be getting people from the East and the West Coast involved for these children and supporting all of the people in it. I mean, they're going to get such exposure for doing such good for other people. And you can look at more up at easywayawards.com if you'd like some more information about that. And then watch us at easyway.tv. That's the letter E, the letter Z, way.tv. And it's positive programming, and I'm sure you'll enjoy it.
And, guys, you both know another superstar in the Easy Way family, Kelly Bennett, with the Bennett PR. She is just blown the roof off with her promotions too.
Yes, Kelly has gotten some phenomenal people on the red carpet, such as Sabid Sabrina, who's a recording artist, Jasmine Sanders, who's a journalist. Then we have Olympic gold medalist Aus Mali. There's Stephen Price, who's dealing with, he's a casting producer and executive producer. Candace Newman, who's a senior tour director for U.S. Concerts and Live Nation Entertainment. Jessica Rich, who's a fashion designer and style expert. Rodney Damon Collins, who's an actor and a humanitarian. There's so many different people that are coming here, as well as Judge Joe Brown and John Hyland from Speaking Empire, John Shin from Think and Grow Rich. There's Hannah Hornstein and Laura Langmeyer. Thanks to Linda Kane. Big shout out to Linda Kane, as well as Kelly Bennett. Kelly has just been phenomenal in making this golden carpet. It's not even a red carpet. This golden carpet shine. Hello?
Hi. Jim, are you there?
Did we lose Jim? Oh, geez.
I think so. Are you there,
How
Jim?
about that? Am I on?
Okay, good. Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. I had pushed the button. So it's Bennett Unlimited PR with Kelly Bennett. And I don't know, Denise and Danielle, where do you think this is going from here? I told everybody that the space shuttle, this is a couple of years ago, is about to blast off. And here we are.
Oh, definitely. Oh, my gosh. It's just absolutely phenomenal. And this book that's going to be available at the event really highlights a lot of these wonderful people that are involved in Easy Way and how the influence has gone around and actually created, wonderful outlets for people.
The influence effect. That's pretty cool with all the people that are on it and the little funnel. And you're going to get inputs from so many people and interesting people that are in promotions and speaking and so on and so forth. This is going to be exciting. The whole program is going to be exciting. And with that, guys, I'm afraid it's time to move along, Danielle and Denise. I'm glad you both jumped on and, covered bases with health and the event and everything. But it's time to move along with a segment of our show with the Boomer Benefits, Jerry Kane. And we want to get started with that. So thank you guys for coming on. And any closing remarks that you want to say, Denise or Danielle?
Oh, yeah. Gerald Kane and his wife are nominated for an award, our own Gerald Kane on the TV show there. That's very exciting. And he has a new book that's coming out as well. And and I think that, combined that this event's going to really benefit the kids in shock.
Oh, yes. Yes, indeed.
Well, thank you, Denise.
Well, thank you.
How you doing?
Denise. Thank you, Danielle, for coming on. And with that, we're going to move into our Baby Boomer Benefits with Jerry Kane.
Yes. Thank you. And don't forget to drink water, any water.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Have a good day.
So, Jerry, you on with us? We got our expert Jerry Kane on for the benefits for baby boomers and veterans. And get out your notepad and get ready to take notes because this is interesting stuff. It's a must for everybody.
Good morning, Jim, and DC, if you're still there, thank you for that wonderful introduction. Well, great hearing from you, and yes, thank you for that introduction, and very excited that that my wife and I were nominated as Power Couple, and I am. Oh, Jim, I'm also going to be getting an award at the Easy Way Gala as well.
Hey,
do you want to talk about that, or do you?
Well, go ahead. You can chat about it a little bit. I know you want to get into everybody's thing to hear the benefits, but the award.
Well, the award ties right into what we're going to be talking about today, the Veterans Renaissance Award, and it's for my years of dedication and support to the veterans on a very timely topic, which is all about helping veterans get pension benefits, something that unfortunately a lot of veterans don't know about. And I don't know if I've told this story or not on this show, but if I have, if anybody's heard it before, I'm sorry, I'm going to repeat it. But if you haven't heard it, it's a great story as to why this is such a near and dear cause to my heart. So, I was actually, going into the office, getting ready for, a typical client. I had grabbed my coffee and my notepad and walked in. I opened the door. And, there was a young lady sitting down. And, as I opened the door, I saw this look on her face that was really distraught. I could tell she was really agitated. And at that moment, I thought to myself, does she need an attorney or does she need a therapist? I guess that's why they do call it attorney and counselor at law. So anyways, I sat down with her and I asked her, I said, tell me what's going on. How can I help you today, like I do with all my clients? And she started telling me a story how she was killing herself working 2 jobs just to keep her dad in a deluxe assisted living facilities, where if you have heard of what assisted living facilities are like, they've got lots of activities. They've got, bingo and shuffleboard, and they've got at least 3 home-cooked meals, maybe 5 meals a day in some of them. And, lots of social activities and lots of engagements. I like to think of them kind of like a cruise ship on land. In fact, some of them are so nice that I'm ready to move in, although I'm not old enough, so they won't let me because it's nice. But anyway, she said, I've been working 2 jobs to keep my dad in this facility, costing, about $5,000 a month. And I lost one of my jobs, and I don't know where I'm going to make up the difference. I guess I'm just going to have to place him into a different place, disrupt him. I really don't want to have to do that, but unfortunately I'm killing myself. I can't do this anymore. So I'm going to have to put him in a skilled nursing facility. And if you know what skilled nursing facilities are like, they're nothing like assisted living facilities, although they've got, more like linoleum floors, and they've got that hospital-like smell because they're much more like a hospital. And in some, there's the care isn't all that great, although there are some nice skilled nursing facilities. But in general, it's not anything like an assisted living facility where you are getting that socialization and you're able to move around and go to activity, and, they got a big movie theater and this and that. So she said, I'm going to have to put my dad in one of these places and get him onto Medi-Cal. Can you help me with that? And I said, well, let's talk about this before we jump to conclusions. Is your dad, by any chance, a veteran? And she said, yes, he's a veteran. And I said to her, how would you like it if we can get him over $2,000 a month in tax-free benefits for the rest of his life? And she said, really? You can do that? I said, yes, we can. The fact that he was a veteran, that he served in the Air Force during a wartime period, he qualifies for these benefits. We're going to be able to get him over $2,000 a month. And her mood completely changed from being sad to being really happy. She had a smile on her face. At the end of the meeting, she gave me a great big hug, but then she started thinking, man, why was I killing myself for all these years? Could I have been getting these benefits for the last 5 years? And I said, well, maybe you probably could have. But unfortunately, since we didn't apply, we can't go back and get these benefits. And she said, and she asked, well, why didn't anybody ever tell me about these benefits? And I said, well, unfortunately, the VA doesn't provide a lot of education on this. This is something you have to do a little bit of research and seek out on your own. And you really a lot of times have to go to an expert accredited attorney like myself to find out about these benefits and to find out what you need to do to qualify, because not everybody qualifies immediately. But anyways, that's why this area has become so near and dear to my heart and why we help so many veterans get benefits. So basically, for those of you who are listening, let me just kind of give you the guidelines, the brief rules, and then you can find out a bit more about where to learn about these rules. So basically, you had to have served, continuously 1 day during an active wartime period. So that's for you baby boomers, that's World War II, and that's also you can also have served Korea during the Korean conflict and the Vietnam era. And even the Gulf War, which is a war that's been declared and has never been undeclared. So all those veterans who are younger listening to this show, they will qualify eventually. Now, one of the misconceptions is you had to have actually been in country. In most cases, you did not have to be in country. In fact, there's been situations where we've had clients come in and they've said, well, my dad doesn't qualify because he was over here stateside during the Vietnam War, the Korean War, and, he had a desk job or was, doing something else stateside. And I said, well, guess what? You don't have to have been in country. You didn't have to have boots on the ground in order to qualify. You can actually qualify as long as you were in active military service at least 1 day during an active wartime period and be in active duty for at least 90 days continuously. So many people who think they can't qualify can actually qualify for these benefits. And, there are 3 tiers to pension benefits, basic, housebound, and aid in attendance. And some people have the misconception that this program is actually called aid in attendance, and that's completely incorrect. Because guess what? If you call up the VA and you say, I would like to get aid in attendance, they'll have no idea what you're talking about. In fact, they may throw you into the compensation system, which is a whole other topic, which we can talk about on another show. And you'll be lost in a quagmire of, in a deep, dark hole trying to get out of, not knowing that you're in the wrong department and going through the process. So don't ever call up and say, I'd like to get aid in attendance. The true term is called an improved special pension, or just pension for short. Very different than a retirement pension, but it's called improved special pension. So there are certain income and asset limitations. The rules all changed last October. I, on another show can probably go into a little bit about the rule changes, but we are running a bit short on time, how fast 15 minutes starts to go by. I will tell you that I am writing a book that is coming out shortly on understanding veterans' benefits, and especially the special pensions that we've been talking about on this presentation. And you can get a free digital copy of that book just by texting the word VET, V-E-T, to 818-532-5332. That's 818-532-5332, the word VET, V-E-T. In the meantime, you'll get a about a 30-page short summary of the rules that we've been talking about so that you can have a guide. But I promise you, for everybody who does take out their phones, text the word VET to 818-532-5332, that I will give you a free digital copy of the book once it's published. Also, I know on the previous show, if you were listening, about Eric's book, The Influence Effect, I'm also very excited to be featured in that book as well and have a chapter in that book.
We wanted to mention that both your book and The Influence Effect is published by New Life Clarity Publishing.
Correct, yeah. And I was going to mention that, my chapter talks about how everything that Eric has done for me, including, it's taken me over 10 years to get to the point where I thought I could actually write my own book and actually get it published. And finding the right person to get your book published, New Life Clarity Publishing, and Patty Sandler, who runs that company, was just one of the many things that Eric has done to me. He's also put me in touch with DC, Denise, if she's still on the line, thank you, Denise, for everything wonderful that she's done with getting me commercials on live TV as well. And very looking forward to the event on August 30th, the Easy Way Gala, which you can go find out more about at easywayawards.com and easyway.tv. Did I get those correct?
Yes. Wonderful.
So.
Thank you so much, Gerald.
Denise and Pat have been amazing. And, that's what we were talking about with the family. And these people are real professionals. And, boy, I'll tell you what, they cross the T's and dot the I's and do it right. And that's very relieving to us, and very strong team. And this is all, with Jerry's new segment on the show, with the benefits, and with all the other entities we have put together, the Easy Way Wall of Fame, the events we have going on, and even I believe it's sometime next year we're talking about an event, and people already want to reserve their seats for that, because look what happened this time. They came by and they said, well, we want to get our ticket, but it was too late for 90% of people.
Well, next year we're going to have to we're getting a larger venue, Jim, Eric said, that will hold 1,000 people, so that we will have room for double the amount. And
we're going to have
it's
to have
going to
it in
be
Jerry's backyard.
So that's quadruple the amount.
Exactly.
For sure. It's going to be exciting.
Yeah, very exciting. I'll be buying my ticket the day it's announced and available for sale.
Well, we're all looking forward to the 30th, and I thank you guys for coming on. We're out of time, and I just can't believe how fast this time goes by. We'll be back with Reatha next week.
Hey, Jim, I just want to, just before we run out of time, I want to make sure that everybody knows that you can give us a call also at 818-905-6088, or find us on the web at estplan.com. Call up. There's no charge, no consultation fee, to find out if you can qualify for VA benefits, and if we can help you with any other thing that we do as well.
And I want to mention for sure, the giftprincess.com for sponsoring all the awards. This has been amazing, so remember that, okay, guys, the giftprincess.com, and I'm definitely having her on the show. And with that, guys, I want to thank everyone for coming on, and Christoff and Danielle and Jerry, and Carmelita. It's been an amazing show, and there's just so much going on. My head is spinning. This is exciting. It's a new age, guys, and it's totally a new age with what's going on in business and everything. And here we are. Eric's the cutting edge, and the cutting edge looks to him to see where we're going to be going next. But with that, we're over time. We got to sign off, everybody. So thank you for coming on to Radio Boomers Live, and remember. Keep active, keep moving, and keep the faith. Until next week, Monday morning, we'll be talking to them. So it's Radio Boomers Live out.
Thanks, Jim.
Thank you, Jim. I think he already hung up.
Thank you for listening to Radio Boomers Live with your hosts, Reatha Gray, star Betty White's Off Their Rockers, and Easy's dad, Jim Zuley. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter at Radio Boomers Live. Radio Boomers Live is brought to you by the Easy Way Broadcasting Network. That's the letter E, the letter Z, Broadcasting Network.